Beloved, have you ever stopped to think about how often our happiness seems to be in the hands of others? How many times have we felt trapped by emotional highs and lows caused by people or external situations? Today, I want to talk to you about something liberating. The art of taking care of yourself, of tending to that emotional garden that is your life, and cultivating happiness that depends on no one but you. Here, on our channel, where we unite spirituality and emotional healing, we believe that this transformation begins within each of us. Emotional dependency is like an untended garden, full of plants growing wildly, while you wait for someone else to come and take care of it. The truth is that only you have the power to water, prune, and make this unique space, your emotional well-being, flourish. This is where Stoic philosophy comes in, teaching us that we have control only over our own emotions and actions, never over the behavior of others. It is this perspective that helps us eliminate emotional dependency and find inner peace. Before we talk about ways to overcome emotional dependency, it's essential to understand its origins. Emotional dependency often stems from an internal void, a sense of disconnection from oneself that leads us to seek in others what we feel is missing within us. This emptiness can result from past experiences, such as rejection, abandonment, or the lack of emotional validation during crucial moments in life. When these wounds remain unhealed, they create an intense need for fulfillment, and that's when we enter cycles of emotional connections that are often unhealthy. Instead of looking inward and facing these negative emotions, such as loneliness, fear, insecurity, or a sense of inadequacy, we seek relief in others. This makes us believe that we need someone to complete us, that our happiness and worth depend on the presence or validation of another person. However, this constant search for external fulfillment never truly resolves the root issue. Now, think of your life as a garden. If you don't take care of it, don't water your plants, or remove the weeds, what's left? A lifeless, chaotic scene. The first step to change this is to dedicate yourself to self-care and focus on what really matters. You. Identify your needs, take care of them, and pay attention to what makes you feel good. Maybe you need more time for yourself, or to get rid of negative thoughts that suffocate your mind like weeds choking flowers. Self-care is not a luxury. It's a necessity. Set clear boundaries. Be honest with yourself, and understand that only you are responsible for your emotions. Stoic philosophy reminds us that our happiness depends on our ability to care for what is within our reach. Your garden can become vibrant and full of life, as long as you cultivate it with love and attention. When you take on this responsibility, you realize you don't have to wait for others to come and save the day. Start now, beloved. Tend to your part and watch your life bloom. The foundation of Stoicism is understanding that you have control only over your own emotions, thoughts, and actions. Everything beyond that, such as the attitudes and behaviors of others, is not up to you. By accepting this truth, you eliminate the burden of trying to change what you cannot. Whenever you feel trapped by someone or a situation, ask yourself, is this under my control? If the answer is no, let it go. This simple exercise brings powerful clarity and drastically reduces emotional dependency. Emotional dependency often arises because we avoid facing our deepest emotions. Fear, insecurity, or loneliness can be uncomfortable, but ignoring them only increases the internal void. Stoicism teaches that we should accept emotions as part of the human experience without letting them dominate us. When you feel a negative emotion, instead of running from it or repressing it, recognize it and ask, why am I feeling this? What does this emotion want to teach me? This habit promotes self-awareness and reduces the need to seek external validation. No person can fill what is missing within you. This idea, popularized in many contexts, is one of the biggest causes of emotional dependency. Stoicism reminds us that we are whole beings by ourselves. When you realize that you don't need anyone to be complete, you begin to build a freer, more fulfilling life. Reinforce this daily by affirming, "I am enough, independent, and responsible for my happiness." A large part of emotional dependency comes from placing expectations on others. We expect them to value us, to understand us, or to reciprocate our efforts. Stoicism teaches that these expectations trap us in a cycle of frustration. Replace the desire to control others' actions with the acceptance that each person acts according to their own nature. By doing this, you free yourself from the need for approval and find peace in being who you are, regardless of external responses. Without boundaries, emotional dependency intensifies because we allow others to invade our mental and emotional space. Setting healthy boundaries is an act of self-respect. This means learning to say no without guilt and prioritizing your well-being. A Stoic understands that protecting their mind and emotions is essential for living in balance. Always ask yourself, is this situation or person respecting my space and my worth? If the answer is no, it's time to set a boundary. Self-love is not just an idea, but a daily practice. Stoicism teaches that we are responsible for taking care of ourselves. This involves nurturing your mind, body, and spirit with intentional actions. Dedicate time to activities that strengthen you, such as physical exercise, reading, meditation, or hobbies that connect you with your essence. By prioritizing yourself, you not only reduce the internal void, but also learn that you are fully capable of being the source of your own happiness. Stoicism values the habit of introspection, which helps consolidate emotional balance. Set aside a moment each day to reflect on your emotions, actions, and thoughts. Ask yourself, today, did I emotionally depend on something or someone? How can I improve tomorrow? This exercise is not about self-judgment, but about learning from your experiences. The practice of daily reflection helps you identify emotional patterns and replace them with conscious choices that promote your independence. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for combating emotional dependency. Often, the emptiness we feel is fueled by focusing on what we lack or what we want from others. Stoicism teaches us to value the present and what we already have. Instead of seeking fulfillment externally, look within and be grateful for your achievements, your strength, and the small joys of daily life. This gratitude exercise strengthens your connection with yourself and reduces the need for external validation. Everything in life is transitory: relationships, emotions, and even challenges. Accepting this truth is one of the pillars of Stoicism and a key to freeing yourself from emotional dependency. When you understand that no connection is eternal, you learn to appreciate the moments without attachment and to deal with losses more serenely. By accepting impermanence, you become more resilient and capable of finding emotional balance in any situation. In Stoicism, true emotional freedom comes from taking full responsibility for yourself. This means recognizing that you alone are responsible for your well-being, your happiness, and your choices. When you stop waiting for other people to fill your emotional gaps, you discover that you have everything you need within yourself. This step requires a daily commitment to tend to your emotional garden, watering it with conscious actions, positive thoughts, and self-love. Being the guardian of your emotional well-being is an act of empowerment. It is a declaration that, regardless of what happens around you, you have control over how you choose to react and feel. Use reflection, detachment, and self-care as constant tools. Remember that you are not a reflection of others' emotions or attitudes, but of the strength and peace you cultivate within yourself. By becoming responsible for your emotional state, you not only eliminate emotional dependency, but also create a solid foundation for living a full, balanced, and free life. This is the true essence of Stoicism: finding strength and serenity within yourself, regardless of what happens around you. Beloved, now it's your turn to act. Take care of yourself, trust the process, and remember that transformation begins the moment you choose to be the guardian of your own happiness. Your garden is waiting to bloom. Now it's your turn. Share your thoughts with us, and together, we can help each other. See you in the next video.